This right here is the scale 118 Honda S2000 by Maisto. This particular car is based on the 1999 prototype model, but it can easily be considered as the 2000 production car. The only difference is being a few buttons on the interior. But anyway, that's not too important. I always like to start off with a little bit of information about the car. I bought this quite a while ago for roughly, I believe, $23, so it's pretty cheap. It's not a very big car, definitely not. Not too heavy, although it's still substantial enough, absolutely. This particular one, it comes in two different colors, so the red as shown here, and then kind of a light baby blue color. Also, same price. And now that we are getting close to the holidays, you can expect in wholesale clubs like BJ's, Costco, Sam's Club, they will possibly have these for really, really cheap, like $8 to say $13, I've heard. So let's get started on the details. Everything does open. There isn't too much to open anyway, because it is a very small sports car. Under the hood, we have that nice VTEC inline 4. This, I think, produces 240 horsepower. Impressive for a 4-cylinder. Has a little hood stand, which kind of is useless, really, because it holds it up to that degree, but it's just easier enough, and you can see it better if you just not use it. But still, nice that they put it in there. Now, this isn't the usual Maisto engine where it's just one huge plastic piece. I guess technically it is, but you can see through it, and it does have a lot more depth than the usual engine, so I do like it, and it has some of the warning labels here, well, the outlines of the warning labels, and some there and there, as well as some various coloring. So it looks pretty good. If you zoom in, Honda VTEC. It's a very cool engine. It revs up to 9,000 RPM, which is outrageous for a car. So if we look here, the only pegs to be seen are here and here, not distracting at all. And we have kind of a nice yellow blinker that's set into the back of the light instead of painted on the edge. That's also nice to see. Now, we do notice that the halogen light is kind of sticking out in this direction. Not quite sure why that is, but it's not something that would bother me or bother anyone else, I don't think, unless you're really, really into the absolute detail, because it looks perfectly fine. It really does. On the front of the car, you can see it does have a front grille that you can go through. And not quite this one, but it still looks really good. There's S2000 embossed on the side. Very, very fine detail. Looks really good. These doors are not spring-loaded, so you do have to be careful not to open them up too much. But it kind of does, when it presses in there and almost sort of locks into place. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not going to fall off at any time. It does feature full suspension as well as steering wheels. Back here, this license plate's mine. I added it using my license plate making method that I've shown in a previous video. Honda, that's just embossed right on there. Rear tail light's actually real. And we got a pretty nice rear tail light design. It's not all red. There's a little bit of red here. The only thing that I have to say about it is that it doesn't seem too clean cut if you go around along the edge. You shouldn't even see the edge, really. Like if you get an auto art or something, the edge is, it's almost invisible because it's so well cut. This one, not so much. But again, so unnoticeable. I am only pointing this out for the people that are really looking for absolute detail, which you really shouldn't be anyway, because this is a budget car, and considering it's $23, it really is excellent. Nice wheels. Brake rotor does move with the wheel, which is rare on a Maisto, actually. Inside, see if I can zoom in a little bit closer, let it focus a bit. Okay, so it's having trouble focusing, but I will say it is mostly all black in there, but generally in the actual car there isn't much color anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. And as far as the seats go, it does have a nice texture on it, kind of the cloth look, as well as continuing on the door panels here. Honda logo there, as well as this, which is, the parking brake is always on. Gear shifter there. Not a bad interior. Maybe not quite the best, but still decent. It even has a floor, some sort of floor mat there, as well as S2000 written in the door sill. Nice detail on the headrest, very nice. And the one last thing that I'm going to point out with this car is the fact that, as with most Maisto convertibles, this is a plastic front windshield. However, also like the other cars, it's pretty sturdy. You don't notice it. It's really good. Helps them keep the cost down, which is good for us. So that it's not really an issue to be worried about. But again, I like to point out everything for people that might be interested. Alright, so that is this car. Now I'm gonna finish off this review saying that I'm totally recommend this car, excellent. But I also want to bring up one next subject that one of my subscribers actually, if you may remember, I bought this Maybach on eBay for about $30, absolutely incredible price. And I suspect the reason why it was so cheap is because it was missing the front emblem, which did kind of take away from the car. It was annoying. One of my subscribers that saw the video actually gave me a recommendation to write an email to AutoArt and see if they had the part. Sure enough, they did, and I glued it on, and it looks fantastic. So many thanks to that subscriber. You know who you are, for bringing this to me, because it is an excellent. It's hard to focus on there, but the detail is phenomenal, and it really does add to the car now. This is a complete AutoArt now. It's in perfect condition now that it has the emblem. It went from $30 to, I don't know, I think it's like $150. Otherwise, there's no flaws, and I'm very happy with it. So thanks again, and that's just the final note that I wanted to mention. So I hope this review was helpful, and that's all. Have a great day.